On sequences, today's topic is subsequences. Subsequences. Last topic that you have studied is, last topic was what is that? Cauchy's theorem. Cauchy's first theorem, Cauchy's second theorem. These two theorems are important from examination point of view. What does Cauchy's first theorem states? If limit xn is L, then limit an is equal to x1 plus x2 plus etc plus xn upon n is also L. This is first theorem. If limit xn is L, limit an is equal to x1 plus x2 plus xn upon n is also L. This is first theorem. And I have already explained proof of this one. And repeatedly what I am telling is, from examination point of view, these two theorems are important. You can expect proof of these two theorems. And second is, what the second one states? If limit xn is L, if limit of xn is a series of xn is a sequence of positive terms and limit xn is equal to L, limit xn exists finitely or L is even it is infinite, then limit xn plus 1 upon xn is also L. If limit xn is L, limit xn plus 1 upon n is also L. And also we have discussed some problems on that first and second theorems. And you can add this problem here. Problem is, prove that limit nth root of n square plus n tends to infinity is equal to 1. Limit nth root of n square plus n tends to infinity is 1. Now which one is applicable here? Second one, because what is the second theorem? Is it correct? Once again I verify. What the second theorem states? Limit xn raised to 1 upon n is L. Just a minute. What is the second theorem? Cauchy's second theorem on limits. Xn is a sequence of positive terms. Limit xn plus 1 upon xn exists. Sorry, second theorem statement is like this. First theorem is right. Second theorem is, if xn is a sequence of positive terms, and limit xn plus 1 upon xn n tends to infinity is L, then limit xn raised to 1 upon n tends to infinity is also L. This is second theorem. Xn is a sequence of positive terms and limit xn plus 1 upon xn as n tends to infinity is L, then limit xn raised to 1 upon n is also L. This is second theorem. See how to apply this second theorem to solve this problem. Prove that problem is limit nth root of n square plus n is 1. For that, let xn is n square plus n. Therefore, limit xn plus 1 upon xn is, we apply second theorem, n plus 1 whole square plus n plus 1 upon n square plus n upon n square plus n. Limit xn plus 1 upon xn. What is this? Limit n tends to infinity 2n square plus 2n plus n, 3n plus 2 upon n square plus n. Correct? The limit xn plus 1 upon xn. Now how to evaluate limit as n tends to infinity? Always to evaluate limit n tends to infinity, we use 1 upon n tends to 0. So we divide in this type of fractions, we divide numerator denominator by highest degree term in n. What is the highest degree term in n? N square. Therefore it is 2 plus 3 by n, 2 by n square divided by 1 plus 1 upon n. 1 plus 1 upon n. Dividing this by n square. So it is, what is this? Dividing by n square. We get not 2n square, it is n plus 1 whole square is n square. Therefore it is 1 plus 3 by n plus 2 by n square. So it is 1. Am I correct here? Verify this. N plus 1 whole square is n square 2n plus n 3n plus 1 plus 1. 2 n square plus n. So it is 1. Therefore, by Cauchy's second theorem on limits, limit xn raised to 1 upon n is L by Cauchy's second theorem. Therefore, limit n square plus n raised to 1 upon n is also 1, or limit nth root of n square plus n is also 1. Follow now how to apply the theorem. So actually to get mastery over the theorem, you have to solve maximum number of problems. Then you can easily remember the theorem. What does theorem states? Therefore, second theorem, if limit xn plus 1 upon xn as n tends to infinity is L, L may be finite or infinite, then limit xn raised to 1 upon n is also L. Xn raised to 1 upon n is also L. This is Cauchy's second theorem. Now I see whether some more examples are there. Show that next example, limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n, 1 plus 2 raised to half, 3 raised to 1 by 3 plus so on, n raised to 1 by n is 1. Now by seeing the nature of the nth term of the sequence, how the sequence is defined, you can easily understand which theorem is to be used. Here, first theorem is to be used. Cauchy's first theorem. What does Cauchy's first theorem states? Cauchy's first theorem is like this. If limit, what is first theorem? Limit xn is L, then limit an is equal to x1 plus x2 plus etc plus xn upon n is also L. This is the first theorem. If limit xn is L, then limit an is, what is an? How it is divided? x1 plus x2 plus xn upon n is also L. Now how to apply this? Now I take xn is n raised to 1 upon n. Then limit xn is n tends to infinity is limit n raised to 1 upon n tends to infinity is 1. Important result. Limit n raised to 1 upon n is 1. Why limit n raised to 1 upon n is L? Again we use Cauchy's second theorem. Cauchy's second theorem here. Cauchy's second theorem on limit. First we prove that limit n raised to 1 upon n is 1. How to prove this? Cauchy's second theorem is like this. If limit xn plus 1 upon xn n tends to infinity is L, then limit xn raised to 1 upon n is also L. So do we consider limit, I take xn is n here. Xn is n. Then what is xn plus 1? N plus 1 upon n. N tends to infinity is limit n tends to infinity 1 plus 1 upon n is 1. Now limit xn plus 1 upon xn is 1. Therefore limit xn raised to 1 upon n raised to 1 upon n is also 1. So n raised to 1 upon n is 1. Therefore what is the problem? 1 plus 2 raised to 1 by 2, 3 raised to 1 by 3, etc. Say now we apply Cauchy's first theorem. What does Cauchy's first theorem states? Limit xn raised to limit xn is 1. Limit xn is 1. We have proved this using Cauchy's second theorem. Limit xn is 1. Therefore, by Cauchy's first theorem, limit x1 plus x2 plus etc. plus xn upon n is also 1. Now we substitute what are x1, x2, etc. xn. Therefore, limit n tends to infinity 1 upon n. x1 is 1 raised to 1 upon 1 and x2 is 2 raised to 1 by 2, 3 raised to 1 by 3 plus etc. plus n raised to 1 by n is also 1. This is the use of Cauchy's theorems. First theorem, second theorem. Both theorems are used here. Try to solve some more examples and some problems also may be asked from these topics. Now, subsequences. So I define what is a subsequence and what is a limit point of a subsequence and some theorems on subsequences. This subsequence is important because to test the divergence of a sequence we use subsequences. The concept of subsequences are important in the discussion of convergence. That means in fact to verify whether the sequence is divergent, we apply the concept of subsequences. That is, subsequences is important in case of divergence of a sequence. Divergence of a sequence. That is, establishing divergence of a sequence, we use this. See, the definition is like this. Subsequence definition. Let A and be a sequence. A and be a sequence. You know what is a sequence? Sequence means a sequence may be defined by denoting its nth term or by listing or by writing the range of the function. A sequence may be denoted by writing the range of the function. What is the definition of a sequence? It is a function from natural numbers to reals. Natural numbers to reals. And a sequence is denoted by usually writing its nth term. A and be a sequence and n1, n2, etc. nk be a sequence of natural numbers. That means positive integers. n1 less than n2. This is important. They are strictly in the increasing order. n1, n2, etc. Then the sequence xnk is called the subsequence of xn, and it is denoted by yn, usually denoted by yn. So how to define a subsequence? A and be a sequence and n1 less than n2 less than etc. nk be a sequence of natural numbers. They are arranged in increasing order, natural numbers. Then xnk is called the subsequence of xn. What do you mean by xnk? xn1, xn2, xn3, etc. This is the definition of subsequence. xnk means xn1 xn2, xnk, and so on. Now I take example that definition will be clear. Example is like this. An is, suppose, example, An is be a sequence defined by An is equal to n. An is equal to n. Then what is the sequence? Sequence An is therefore 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And you know that every sequence is infinite. We consider only infinite sequences. Suppose An is sequence defined by n, An is equal to n, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Now I take Un is equal to 2n is a subsequence of An. What is 2n? 2n means 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so on. It is a subsequence of An. And Vn is, it is equal to 2n minus 1 is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. It is also a subsequence of An. So these two are subsequences of An. A sequence has infinite number of subsequences. Infinite number of subsequences. Now these are the two subsequences. But if we write Sn is, say I write like this, Sn is 4, 3, 1, 5, 7 or 6 so on. 6 so on. Now this Sn is not a subsequence of An. Sn is not a subsequence of An because the terms of Sn subsequences must appear in the same order as the sequence. Here 4 appears first, but see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is the sequence. And in subsequences, the order of these elements of the sequence or terms of the sequence must be same. Order must be same. Here 4 appears first, but here 1 appears first. 1 appears third element here or third term. But subsequence means the order of the terms of the subsequence must be same as the order of the sequence. That is important. 4, 3, 1, 5, it is not a subsequence of An. Now, what is the definition therefore? An is a sequence, n1, n2, etc., nk be a sequence of natural numbers which is in the increasing order. Then Ank is called subsequence of Xn, or Xnk is called subsequence of Xn. Now I explain one more definition here. Limit point of a sequence. Limit point of a sequence. You have studied limit of a sequence. Say these two are entirely different. Limit of a sequence means if a sequence converges to L, then that L is called limit of a sequence. The important thing is limit of a sequence is unique. Limit of a sequence is unique. But this limit point is different from the limit of a sequence. Limit point of a sequence, it is different. Now how to define limit point of a sequence? Suppose Xn be any sequence, then L is called limit point of Sn, limit point of Xn, if the neighborhood of a small neighborhood of L contains infinite terms of Xn. This is the definition. limit point means any number, natural number is said to be limit point of this sequence xn if the neighborhood of L contains infinitely many terms of this xn. But the limit of a sequence is different. Limit of a sequence is if it exists unique, but the sequence may has many limit points. Many limit points. I explain this by this example. The sequence minus 1 raised to n has two limit points. Two limit points, namely minus 1 and 1. Minus 1 and 1. Because when n is odd, there are infinitely many terms of the sequence belongs to neighborhood of minus 1. This sequence contains infinite number of terms. Minus 1 infinite terms, plus 1 also infinite terms. And if n is odd, this neighborhood of minus 1 contains this minus 1, namely infinite terms. Then n is even, then the neighborhood of 1 contains infinite number of terms, namely 1. So clearly don't get confused with this limit point of a sequence and limit of a sequence, because you know that minus 1 raised to n has no limit, means it doesn't converge. Minus 1 raised to n doesn't converge, but this has two limit points, and this is the definition of limit point. So go through these definitions. What is subsequence and what is limit point of a subsequence? I explained only these two things. You try to go through some more examples. I continue the next topics in subsequences in next video. Thank you.